Hi again. I just wanted to jump in with a quick video to share a secret to life. What is it? For the impatient ones, I will tell you what it is now. The secret to life is to go through your life, experience things, positive or negative, release any emotional baggage which you are carrying within you, triggered by those experiences, and move on to other experiences. That's it. At the end of your life, you might not have released everything which you wanted to release, but you will be closer to ascension. Look, and I know how it sounds to some of you, and if that triggers anything within you, it means that you are carrying something inside of you which responds negatively to what I'm saying. Just release it. You don't need it, right? You don't want to go through life and be triggered by a guy on YouTube. It's not living. It's not living at all. The reason I'm talking about all of this is that in yesterday's video I've mentioned that holotropic breathwork had a great effect on me, and because my experiences were quite profound, I have become more interested in going deeper into that spiritual rabbit hole. And directly after that experience, I have followed couple of different things. So firstly, I started working with emotional health coach who used emotion code. There is a book written by Dr. Bradley Nelson, if I remember correctly. If you go to discoverhealing.com, you will see what I mean. But basically, I have worked with him to target any traumas which I had experienced, to release any negative emotions or belief systems surrounding those traumas. And that had a great effect on me in a way that I would go through my life and experience things, and I would realize that previously, before those sessions, I would react to certain things in a different way, where after those releases, I just didn't react at all. I've noticed those situations, and I knew that previously I would react to them differently before, but now I had no emotion associated with that. It wouldn't, trigger me. Those situations wouldn't trigger me at all. So that was absolutely amazing, and I would recommend that 100% to give something like that a go. You can buy a book called Emotion Code, and you can start releasing stuff while you are reading the book, and then hopefully you can notice some changes. After reading that book, you can also start working on your loved ones. You don't have to really certify as an emotional healer or energy healer in order to start working on yourself and your family. If you want to sell that as a service to others, then you have to certify, but that's quite expensive. So I wouldn't recommend that unless you want to really work in that field. So yeah, just to give you a couple of examples, the noticing of you actually overcoming some things is quite subtle. One of my examples, which I'm a little bit ashamed of, well, not really now, but I was ashamed of that before, was when my wife would make herself a drink, like coffee or tea, and she wouldn't ask me whether I wanted one. That would it make me a little bit sensitive. I would give her a hard time, saying, like, you didn't ask me about whether I want that drink, where I always ask you. And after working on myself for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, couple of months, I cannot remember the exact timeline, I would notice that she did a drink for herself, but I didn't have emotional response at all. Although my head my brain still noticed that situation. I didn't have an emotional response to it, and imagine how great of an impact it has on a relationship where you don't have those expectations on your partner to make you a coffee or tea. So that was very subtle, but I thought, oh my god, I'm really evolving as a human being and as a partner. I loved it. Another example was when my 12-year-old had exam week, and she was really stressing about that. So I have done a session on her myself, not really believing in my skills, not really believing that I can actually do a release for someone else and to help someone else. And it worked. I did a single session on her the weekend before the exam week, and she just went through that week of exams completely unbothered. And that was another, one of those situations when my eyes have opened. And I thought, oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. So since then, I have done many sessions on myself, many sessions on my family, and many sessions on some fantastic volunteers who I needed to work on to get certified. I've never planned to sell that as a service because I thought I need to certify to work on my kids, and it was a mistake. All I needed to do is just buy a book and read the book. The book is like $10 or £10 or something like that. So do that. You have nothing to lose. Again, you have everything to gain. Who cares what everyone thinks about that, about energy healing and emotion healing? Who cares? You don't need to share that with anyone. Just get yourself that book and start releasing emotions, and let's see whether you can improve your life and the life of people around you. We do offer free training around this as well, so you can check our website. I think the link on of it is in my bio. But you don't need to do it. Look, I'm not here to sell. I'm just here to share that was one of those things which really worked for me, and it didn't really feel like it works for me at the time. But then after a while, I've noticed that I'm evolving as a human being. And then the second thing was I immersed myself in meditations. Well, no, I'm lying to you. I've tried immersing myself, and I hated meditating, because nothing was really happening. But I become more patient with meditating, patient with myself while meditating, and I have picked up a couple of sort of meditation practices which stuck with me. So I will share those with you in the next video. In the meantime, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will be more than happy to respond them. But that's it. Go release some emotions and start healing. You have everything you need inside of you. So have a good day, good luck, and take care.